again today, and as I always start off, I try to show you the machine that I'm using. This is the 2008 MacBook running Mac OS Lion 10.7.5. Same machine that I showed yesterday, but today I wanted to talk about system requirements for machines. And this is one of the things why using old operating systems, you run into issues because since so little software is still going to support the old operating systems, you find yourself going to system requirements to see if your operating system can still run or operate certain applications, websites, are they still going to be functional? You don't have to do that if you have an up-to-date system. It just works. But let's just look at some of the system requirements for a few major websites and what they say. And well, I guess first off, we can start off with Netflix here. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, so this is Netflix current system requirements. And let's just look at for the Mac. It says an Intel-based Mac, OS 10 Tiger 10.4 or later. So this is a Mac that's running Mac OS Lion, several versions later than Tiger. But let's just see how on this system using Safari, which is the compatible web browser or the web browser that comes with this device. We'll look at YouTube later, but let's look at Netflix. Netflix allows you to have, or they have sample shows from their content library, their original shows, and to entice people to sign up for Netflix, they show a few of their programming for free. So let's look at Stranger Things. And based on what Netflix system requirements says, you would think it would be operational, but it says here, this device doesn't support our free preview. That's for Netflix. So, the information that you see there is a little bit, I don't want to say misleading, but it can definitely mislead a lot of people when they see that it should support an Intel Mac with Tiger or later. Let's look at YouTube system requirements. For the Mac, 10.7 or later for an operating system. We have 10.7 here. Well, let's look at what happens with YouTube on 10.7. So first we're going to go to the YouTube website, and this is what happens. We're not even able to access individual pages for the videos. It doesn't give us anything here. It's all grayed out. That despite it saying that 10.7 should be functional on YouTube. Now, one thing is Safari was able, I can't really speak for Netflix, but Safari was definitely able to handle YouTube videos for Mac OS 10.7. I think it's as recently as 2019. It's just, I think late 2019, maybe early 2020, it lost the capability to access YouTube. So this system requirement page was accurate recently, but it's not updated. And you'll find this problem a lot when using an old system where you look at system requirement pages, they'll give the impression that it should still be functional with a particular operating system. Now you can get around this. Let's just look at YouTube. Now this is the browser that I showed yesterday, the Pale Moon browser. Let's just minimize Safari there. And let's just check and see how the Pale Moon browser handles YouTube. And this is a browser that is still under development. And so while Safari does not have the capability to do YouTube videos, a browser of more recent development can still handle it. Now, it's still, even with this browser that is still under development, there's going to be certain things that it cannot handle, and it looks like, and this is, looks like it cannot handle the chat. Let's just turn down this volume here. But it can still play YouTube. So that's the main thing. And I think it can still handle it in full screen. Let's just see if that actually works. It's a little slow. In fact, it's very slow here. Okay, here we go. We're finally in full screen here. So you can get around it by using a more modern browser, but you cannot really depend on system requirements when you're using these old systems because you're going to be disappointed a lot. And even these smaller browsers that are still under development, we even have Arctic Fox here, which has been under development as far recently, I think it's March of 2020, which can, last time I checked, can still handle YouTube. But you're going to be disappointed a lot because even these smaller browsers that are still under development will have issues with certain sites, like here where it cannot display the live chat that would normally display over there. But this is just a little rundown, a short rundown on system requirements on older systems. Stay tuned for more videos.